Obito's tragic past, satisfying or disappointing. So today I'm going to be talking about the more or less 6 chapters that explain the hell Obito went through after the events in Kakashi Gaiden. For the most part, it was around the end of chapter 601 through chapter 607. I want to start off with the goods. To be honest with you, from the very moment I saw old Madara and Obito in that cave and he said Young Uchiha, I was really just like so intrigued beyond belief. Like, no joke, I was just there like, oh my gosh, I want to see what happens next. I want to see what happens next. And I was really just there like really excited. And as it progressed, every chapter really just left me thinking, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next? You know, from the events of where Obito goes like a madman, blood everywhere, to where we see, you know, Kakashi supposedly killing Rin, where we see, you know, just all this stuff of Obito being in that cave and being just miserable and wanting to get back to where he was and wanting to get back to his friends. I felt as though for the beginning of it, every chapter just really felt like, oh man, mysterious. Like, what is Madara doing? You know, why is he still alive? There was a lot of mystery, and that was for the most part what kept me really intrigued in this particular part of the story. Maybe it's just because I'm a big mystery fan. Maybe it's just because I was really intrigued about the story of Obito's past. Or maybe it's just that I really like that particular part of seeing old Madara. And that was the beginning of it for the most part, how I felt. I was really just enjoying everything and the way it was going. The big downfall of Obito's past for me personally was towards the end. I felt as though Kishimoto really rushed things and just was trying to finish things up. He left a lot of loose ends to take care of, which he'll probably take care of in the end, but for the most part, this flashback, I felt as though the ending really is where it went wrong. Because in the beginning, there was a lot of interesting stuff. It's like, who's this old guy? Why does Madara want this kid? What is Obito going to do? How did all this come about? Even seeing the Spiral Zetsu thing, you gotta admit, it was at the very least funny and interesting to see, you know, how does it combine with the orange mask and everything that went down. It's just really the ending for me personally where things just kind of went a little bit south, because from the beginning it was like really good setup. It's like, oh, what happened? What's going on? But then there was a lot of unanswered questions when you seemingly think that, you know, this flashback is really going to wrap everything up and explain everything perfectly. One of the biggest questions being, why did Kakashi kill Rin? I also think that the meetings with Nagato and the whole thing with the Akatsuki getting started, we really didn't get enough explanation. It kind of just sort of rushes in the end to finish up. And I don't know if that was due to rankings. I don't know if that was Kishimoto leaving for more story to be told at a later date and just leaving more questions. But either way, I felt as though Obito's past, it started off really good. It got crazy with some of the blood and the gore when Obito went on that rampage. That was some of my favorite parts of it. And then it kind of just goes south a little bit towards the end because a lot of things are rushed. A lot of things are left unexplained. And, you know, of course, there's 1 or 2 plot holes in there. Mainly the one of when Obito fought Minato, the whole thing of how one arm was supposed to be the other arm and how it melted. Highlights of it definitely was to just see that Obito actually survived, to see old Madara in that cave. And, you know, a lot of things were, of course, some people could say, oh, it wasn't explained perfectly. And yeah, there were some faults in it. But for the most part, I think really the mystery is what got me the most. And I just feel as though if Kishimoto would have explained things a little bit more, if we would have got even another, I would say 2 or 3 more chapters just to explain things and, you know, smooth it out a little bit more, it would have been better off. Because after all, still I'm wondering, why did Kakashi kill Rin? But let me know what you think. After this little mini arc of Obito's flashback of his past, you know, the craziness of him killing people, seeing Kakashi kill Rin, being in that cave with the Spiral Zetsus and everything, were you left satisfied with it? Were you like, oh man, this was great material? Were you excited about it? Or were you sour to it? Like I said, for me personally, it was a mixture. The beginning for me personally was very mysterious. The middle was very epic where, you know, Obito's going crazy. Then in the end, it kind of felt rushed and as though Kishimoto could have added a lot more to this flashback. But again, let me know what you think. Were you satisfied? Did you enjoy it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts on it? And overall, did this flashback really justify Obito as a villain in your eyes, or did it change him in your eyes? But that's all I have on this quick discussion of Obito's past, little review, I guess you could say, on those particular chapters as a whole. Thumbs up if you really want to see what the hell happened to Rin, and just, you know, overall, if you really enjoyed it for the most part, because yeah, there was some bumps in the road, but for me personally, I just love the mystery. I love seeing old Madara and, you know, just seeing where the story was going. Because if you look at it, you compare Obito in blood killing people on a rampage to the original Naruto, and it's almost like 2 different series completely. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.